Hi, it's Julie here, videoing from the back of Arthur the Honda. This is Musings on a Motorbike, where I chat about things that have cropped up in the week or that I'm just thinking about. And we just have a little chat out about these things while I'm riding along and having a good session on my motorbike. Just to overtake that car so I can get out of the way and get a bit of speed up. So it's a beautiful day here. As you can see, I've got some lovely views to see while I'm riding along. And the thing I wanted to have a little chat about today is values. Now, I know that might seem a strange thing. You'd be like, what is values? What do you mean? And that's why I want to talk about it, because we don't all understand what values are, our own values, and how they affect us and don't affect us. Now, people often get mixed up with values and needs. Needs is where you want something. You've got a need to buy something or to have something, a need to find love. That's a need. Values are completely different. Values are the core of you, your beliefs. And they tend to come from a very young age, from childhood often. And it's the things that make you. It's, your DNA really, but they're not genetic. They don't come from your family. They come from within you. And values are the things that make you feel good about yourself. When you're living in your values, life feels great. When you're not living in your values, it's like rubbing up against some sandpaper. And I'm going to explain this in a minute. I'm just trying to talk for a moment. Just slow down, there's 2 horses. 3 horses. Yes, so when you're out of alignment with your values, it just feels awful. So what do I mean by values? Well, it's the things that you take along with you through life that mean a lot. So people can have values like integrity, creativity, kindness, honesty, adventure, magic, equality, all those really important things. Now, most of us have maybe 4 or 5 values that we sort of live our life by, but we don't do it obviously thinking about it. We not think about it every day. It's just how we are. If you are really hot on equal rights, then that's a value for you, and you will just live that every day. If you're somebody who likes people to be honest, and you like to be honest, that's something you'll live with every day. You don't pick it up and put it down. It's just you. It's your DNA. And what happens is if we've got a value that we can't fulfill, then life can feel pretty dreadful. And an example of that is if your value, or one of your values, is adventure, for instance, and you've got a job where you tied to a desk all the time and can't get much time off. And when you do get time off, you can't get away, you can't lead an adventurous life, then that's going to feel dreadful. Now, you might not know that it's that's making you feel that way, but if you can't fulfill your need for adventure, then your life's not going to be fulfilled. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. It also matters when we come to make choices in our lives. And again, I'll give you an example. If you're someone who likes honesty, you don't like to be pushy, you like to be authentic, taking a job as an investment banker or hedge fund manager is not probably going to suit you. You need to find a job that is going to align with your values, or be not particularly happy in your work. And again, because we're not always thinking about our values, it's just how we live. Sometimes we don't realise that the reason we're not enjoying life or feeling great about life is because we're out of alignment with our values. We just kick along thinking, why am I not happy with this? But when you stop to think about it, what is it that you're doing in life that you're not enjoying? Try and identify it now. Is it your work? Is it your relationship? What is it? And if you can try and identify what your values are, then you could ask yourself questions about whether you're feeling like this because you're not living in your value. And it can be quite dramatic. It might be that you're living with someone who has got completely opposite values to you. If you value honesty, integrity, excitement, magic, whatever it is, if you've got a partner who's completely the opposite to that, it might not feel great. And that's a sad thing to say, I know, and probably making you a bit fearful about looking at these values. But it's important. It doesn't mean that you have to do something about it. You might love this person very much and not want to leave them or anything, but you might have to find a way. Oh God, it looks like we're getting a bit of Morris dancing going on here. You might need to find a way to rub along together better, whatever that means. So you can see how values are important to make your life happier and easier. So I would like to ask you to work out, if you don't know already, what your values are. How do you like to live your life? These values you don't put up and put down, they're just part of you. And they stay with you. Sometimes you might add to them, sometimes you might take one away, it depends on how your life goes, but they're generally pretty much stuck with you for your lifetime. So it's worth identifying what your values are and just checking, really, double checking that the way you're living your life and the things that you've chosen to do are helping you achieve those values and not the opposite. So for instance, one of my values is kindness, and another is honesty. So as you can imagine, if I come across people who are not particularly kind, I really don't enjoy it. And I surround myself with people who are kind people. And if I've got someone in my world, maybe at work or in my social life, who isn't kind, I've then got to make a decision. Am I happy to continue to be friends with that person or not? So that's what it does. By looking at your values and acknowledging them, it allows you to make the right choices for you. Honesty is another one, as I said, and actually I have cut people out of my life, people who aren't honest, and I can't deal with it. So there are some people that I've known in the past who have not been very honest, and I've had to make a decision to not have them in my life anymore because it was making me feel terrible them being like that. It didn't worry them, they were just being dishonest and not worrying about it, but I didn't like it at all, and I made the decision to take them out of my life. So that's what I'm talking about here. You could live a much more fulfilled, happier life if you acknowledge what your values are and make sure you're doing your values justice as much as you can. I've got a friend who has values that include magic, and I think that's a great one. And if you met her, you would see it. You would see how she incorporates that into her life. I'd like to think I could do the same, but I haven't. Another one of her values is luxury. She's very much into going to nice places, having nice things, having nice clothes. And if she can't do that for any reason, then that grates on her. So it can be anything really, these values, but remember they're not a need. My friend hasn't got a need for luxury stuff. It's a value of hers. She likes to surround herself with luxury things so that she can live the life she wants to lead. So I would task you with asking yourself what your values are. Let me know in the comments what you think about this and whether you think you're in line with your values or whether you've got some work to do. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, everybody.